I have lived near Casablanca Bakery in some form or another for, I think, most of my adult life in the U.S., or most of my life in the U.S. I used to come by here on Sunday mornings when I was a kid. Kid being like, teenage years. Before my parents woke up, and I used to get breakfast, like the whole breakfast with the 20 that I usually stole from my dad's wallet. I got breakfast, just café con leche, pastelitos, Cuban bread, all the good stuff. And I always used to get here. So by this point, the owner, he knows me pretty well. So I didn't actually get to record any of the conversation because I did that over the phone with him. But I did want to explain it over here while we'll have on site. Unfortunately, they closed by the time that I finished with work, and I don't really have another way of doing this. So it's all going to be with the closed store, but I hope you're interested. So this is the parking lot. The owner accepts that the parking is limited, but it's an unfortunate circumstance of the location. He says that there is an additional room to expand the parking lot within the current structure. He did, however, agree that the parking lot, and specifically the handicap spot, was in a poor state at the moment. According to him, the last storm blew off the sign in front of the spot, and he hadn't gotten around to fix it, which is the only way to demarcate that particular spot, because this is it. There's no actual blue lines either. He told me it was the one against the tree, and that will be the only one. So there's literally no space there. So he says he's planning to close the bakery for a week at the end of August to paint and improve some areas. And he will make sure to fix up the clear designation of the parking spot, make it blue. And he will also put up the sign that fell down with the storm. And so the problem with the gravel, he says that that's basically a problem with the owner of the plaza. And apparently the owner of the plaza has been stringing them along for a bit. So that one is not up to him. As far as the limited space inside, he said that with COVID, a lot of the business changed. So with the remodel that he's planning to do at the end of the month, he's going to be taking away those chairs and those little display counters, which he says is not much, but it does help to improve a little bit more the space that's in there, that's available in there. But look at all that pastelito goodness, and look at all them goodies. Sorry, this is unrelated to the actual topic of this, but it's just the good stuff, man. Good stuff. Anyways, yes, so that's about that. For the language barrier, he says that sometimes it happens, that he can't communicate very well when a gringo walks in, but he can usually make it work. To his credit, I suggested an idea that he found very useful. I told him about the Google Translate app, which when you place the phone in landscape mode, basically sideways, it lets you do translation of a conversation as it happens live. So I was able to just tell him, okay, so the other person can talk, the phone listens, translates it for you, and then you talk, and the phone listens, translates it for them. So it works out very well. He really liked that idea. So hopefully that helps. As for the menus, he says he doesn't really have a menu and he doesn't plan to institute them, but he is placing 2 screens on the wall, which are already there. And he says that in those screens, he will be displaying different items and different bakery items that he sells. And he's going to start including something like a fast food drive-thru, where he's going to place the number, like, okay, number 1 is going to be a pastelito, another baked good, and some café con leche. And he says that hopefully that will also help with the communication barriers.